Leo. Hey, Leo. How you doing? November 2017. Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign. General couples soulmate / twin flame reading for November 2017. It looks like somebody's coming out of a breakup. It seemed solid. The other person it's apparent that this other person is not defending it or rebuilding it. They're not looking to themselves about it anymore. They're looking to a higher power. So they're not organizing it. They're not being calculated about how this relationship appears and was delivered and packaged to somebody. So somebody is really getting a feel for just how much of a jerk the other person was. And that can be tough, especially if this is a relationship where somebody needs to be forgiven and somebody just won't. Perhaps a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. Is that representing Leo? Feeling like their cup is empty and that they have just become perhaps the background. That's how they feel anyway. And maybe it's in regards to an Aquarius. Who is just no longer available to that Leo. So what once felt permanent has been flipped. That's to say it's not the end of the world for Leo or their significant other. Whoever's hurting, really hurting, coming out of this, you've drawn the World card. And somebody's waiting for you. Even though you feel like a douche and you don't feel like doing anything and you're depressed and you don't want to defend your own independent self, that looks like a Taurus coming in. For some of you, a Taurus coming into the picture to sort of take the reins and take that oar and get you where you need to go. Because, and that this a lot of times is representing the universe. That's divine intervention. Coming in the form of spirituality, perhaps like a reading or a spiritual encounter with the underworld of some sort. Because, yeah, again, journey is implied. It looks almost like somebody is packing. Somebody who's not used to putting all the eggs in one basket, so to speak. It looks like here with the tower in the reversal, they're throwing them into the basket now. Because it is a Page of Cups situation. And there has been some sort of communication. Look at that. that has established, look at that. It's really sort of a covert spread there. Because the relationship, the soulmates are more than intact here. And I mean, communication, communication, communication. Spirituality, communication, finances. But they're all in reverse. But they're all here intact. You can't see it. So that's for some of you. Now, back to the couple that was coming out of a breakup. Feeling like there's nobody left for you. That's ridiculous. That's pathetic. There's always the divine. So that's just weakness right there, frankly. Especially when you've drawn the Knight of Cups. Or it's telling of somebody who is interested in spirituality more than this relationship because of this really harsh judgment call. It rocked them. Sometimes that's what has to happen in order. We have to draw that sharp sword of truth in order for the universe to get our attention and say, hey, you need to be looking over at this person, not this person. The necessity of giving something up in order to take up a new project. This feels like a new couple over here. It looks like that's being given up. And someone's not sharing how. They're protecting. They think they're protecting this Queen of Cups twin flame relationship. So they're not initiating those rocky ideas. And sometimes rocky ideas are good. So they're harboring. The spread is being followed up by harboring. And it doesn't feel like it's duplicity. It feels like it's for a good reason. Being, my soul rests in the truth that my being is eternal. So really somebody discovering spirituality and that this is not just it for them. The essence of love. Let love be the center of the life. Divine light shines within me. I am eternally loving, radiant, and wise. So sort of an awakening here. That there is more to life than perhaps what society presented to us. Youth. And so it's bringing this feeling of youth rather than I'm old, I've lived my life. That's turned out to prove to be inaccurate and just an emotional, mental, and physical racket trying to bat away what it is that ultimately will make us happy because we think that we're racketing in order to protect ourselves. And then all of a sudden, we're middle-aged and it's like we're not exactly right. We don't have our ducks in a row. We thought we did. Those ducks are no longer what's important to us. And there's a lack of balance. Okay, thank you for joining me on House of Cards. If you would like a more personal read, go ahead and send me an email at lovemaps4you@gmail.com.